in this website I talk about abidance of awakening being level 1 enlightenment. That's when your neurology and your unconscious and conscious mind flip over, and presence is really default. It's the default habit. The unconscious mind, pillar 5, has flipped over, and your unconscious mind realizes, hey, this is a much better place to live. You're actually born in that state. But of course we cover it up with trauma and crap and then get lost in the mind. So abiding awareness is where you are unconsciously, you got such a base of presence there that your unconscious mind can handle it and come back to it very quickly. And when you land there, it's a shock even if you've practiced your way to it. For people that don't, they go dysfunctional. Eckhart Tolle, 2 years, lost his job, ran out of money, borrowing money to buy food and stuff like that. And I've talked to others that have had a similar process, and a lot of them have actually been quite lucky, having a spouse that works, and then they can just stay at home or look after the kids and get a grip of reality, which takes them a year or two. But if they're not practicing pillar 1, correct presence practice, it doesn't deepen fast, and bad habits can start. You're biting me because you're saying you want more. See, when you're in the presence state, you're in peripheral vision and you're aware of what's going on around you. So I could tell that bird was going to have another crack at biting me if I didn't give it some food. So when you first land in it, you'll notice it's really easy, and it took me 6 months to even have the slightest inkling of what was happening, and that was because I heard Adyashanti talking about it. But I'd learnt my lesson, so I kept practicing for another 4 years until I'd admit it to myself that, yeah, this is abiding now because I haven't lost it, and it's deepened. It will deepen, and you have to keep practicing. You're coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. You're being resistant, mate. You'll have to come across now. Your free lunch is over, buddy. And this is the same with awakening. Hey! You come across, no biting. He will. You coming across? And this is what it's like. You have to stick at it, or you may lose it. Totally possible. You may have lost awakenings by now, eh? You know how heartbreaking it is. So when you do land in this place and it seems easy, don't get lazy. So to settle and mature into abidance, which is actually a term from Nisargadatta Maharaj out of the book I Am That, or one of his other books, and it's also the same phrase that Adyashanti uses. So maybe he got it from Nisargadatta. Look at this. Wild. Hey, sweet. Hey, you're a beautiful little bird. You're a little bit runty, but you know, you're cute. Oops, I pushed him off. Come on, honey. Come up, come up. 5 years. See, I'm in peripheral vision, and I can see that bird over there is having a go at cracking the folder. Don't. Hey, biter. That's why the journal, that's why the 9-pillar framework, the journal, it's all really important. And if you stick to it, it means you'll settle into the matured abidance a lot quicker. If you think just because you're there and then you stop your presence practice, then bad habits will remain and you won't go through the actual stages of the maturing process. And this is where some unforeseen and very rarely talked about stuff will happen to you. Stuff falls away. You keep dying. Your desire around things will vanish literally overnight. Yeah, your chatty head might reduce in chunks, and then some days it'll be chatty, but you know what to do. Feel your bum and feel your finger as it's been bitten, so you're here. Oh, look at you. No, don't bite me. Everybody's getting bitey now. Oh, you go, cute little crest. Come on, come up. And in that place of abidance, then, you know, when your personal will really starts to drop back, you can't be asked doing anything. It's quite a challenge. It really is. So that's why the 9-pillar framework's there. That's why you got to stick at it, because you will move through that. And then there's more. One day you'll wake up and your sex mind is gone. Gone. So if you're in a relationship, your partner will certainly notice the fact that you're just not interested anymore. Now that can be tough for them, because the mind's gone. And if you're a bloke, you might lose all your drive. You might wonder if your body's still going to function properly, if you catch my drift. You know, aubergine type emoji. It will. It'll come back. It'll come back to balance. Stop biting. You need to come across if you want some. Oops, I scared them. So deeply settled, matured abidance. And what happens with that is you know, life continues. We all know now about 2020, 2021 and the hardships that it brought to every human being on this planet. What were your presence levels like? What was your peace like? Were you okay with that? When you were in lockdown, did you just kind of juice out with God? I made the laws of grace with these guys because it was within my 5K prison zone for my exercise time. Oh look, it made me bleed. Who did that? Naughty birds. You know, it's a chance for you to zone in and be with the divine through these tough times. And you will handle tougher and tougher things with more and more presence. You know, toxic work environments, toxic people. How you deal with that comes down to a choice, but you know, pillar number 1, the 4 steps to presence, and you will anchor that in more and more tough situations. You know, serious things like accidents, being hit by, you know, I talk about being hit by the car all the time because that was a real, you know, an initiation test, as was Fire Armageddon. I've had lots of them. Being bullied in toxic corporate environments, holding presence. You will do this. You will do this, and that's why you go to your job. You go to your job because you're being paid to practice presence, which means you're more efficient and you think better, and you can just handle those sorts of environments. Which, you know, let's face it, it's not as nice as this with these beautiful animals, is it? So, to mature and deeply abide, and I agree with Adyashanti, it takes 5 to 20 years plus, depending on how much you stuff around. I use that word, stuff around. If you stop doing pillar number 1, correct presence practice. So, you know, from March 2020, when COVID first came out, through to March 2021, I recorded the Laws of Grace, over 100 videos covering all sorts of topics, everything that was topical in my life, all of the stuff that went on, lots of ugly stuff. And I tested that. I tested the 4 steps to presence practice, even though I'd been abiding for well over 12 years, into the non-abiding transpersonal phase. And the evidence was pretty damn clear. If I evidence the 4 steps to presence practice, it was certainly more juicy, and the presence and the nothingness was way more juicy. Even when hell was going on and I was dealing with more trauma and hideous blind spots and all that pandemic stuff, because we had a really wonderful prison style lockdown here, which was no fun. Everybody went crazy, and when you're in the transpersonal cycle and you're empathic, you feel everybody else going crazy. So mature abidance, really does grow, and it keeps growing. Like, you know, I just sustained quite a painful bite just then. He deserves a squash, that one. You don't bite me, mate. No. So, deep abidance is very measurable by how much you can then really still be juiced out in presence, or indeed the divine, step 4, while hell is going on. So, you know, I've got the bite video. Actually, I've just sustained, and oh look, I have more blood. I'm bleeding in 2 places now. Car crash. And all those sorts of things. There are videos here that show that. While I'm in touch with and merged with these wonderful, powerful, wild animals that can instantly get very, very bitey in a way that's powerful. It's got nothing to do with words. It's to do with how you walk it and integrate it. Hey, don't do that. You coming up? Do I know you? Oh, it's you. Come on, come on. Come on, Patience. Come across, buddy. This guy likes cuddles. Well, he's okay with cuddles. So deep abidance, minimum 5 years, and then if you keep at it and grace decides, then you might start experiencing the transpersonal, and that's tough. Oh, look at this. Oh, hello, Wurzel. That's on the Advanced Awakening page. Hey, sweet. Wait. State change. It's okay, sweet. All the birds are freaked out and only one has stayed. What do you do when everybody freaks out? Are you like this bird and stay? Hello. Come on, beautiful man. You gonna come across? Come on. This is Patience. Come on, sweet. Come across. Yep. Good boy. Oh. Sorry, doll. And stick at it, just like I'm sticking at getting Patience on me. Come on, sweet. You don't need to fight, you just need to jump, and then it's all yours, mate. Yeah. This is what humans do. They spend all their time fighting instead of doing what counts. You gonna come and get something to eat, mate? Or you're just gonna muck around fighting? Habit machines. They are habit machines, and so are you. Although, he doesn't normally behave like this. Come on, sweet. Be the good man you are and behave like your name. Patience. Come on. Yeah, you nearly did it. Come on. Yep. He's thinking about it. No, he's going to boss the other bird. Come on, buddy. Like I'm persistent with him, that's what you need to be with your presence practice, even when you've awoken. Don't believe all that non-dual rubbish, you'll just stagnate, and that's the worst thing that can happen, because there's a lot more waiting for you. This journey never ends. And pillar 7, it does never end. You'll still have more crap unless you're one of those really lucky people that has no karma. But the deeper levels of awakening have certain tests where you do have to define stuff, and maturing in the abiding phase, throughout your day in the traffic, around noise, kids, work, unemployment, lockdown, supermarkets, neighbours with their leaf blowers or honking horns or yapping dogs. Is yours if you stick at it. If you're self-honest, hey, law 0, pillar 4. And it's always the structure. So the people that haven't got to where you are in the abiding phase, they're going through the same structure that you are. Correct presence practice, including all of you. Gathering the evidence, the rules of evidence, number 3. Law 0, self-honesty, self-responsibility. You're doing the splits there, mate. And it just embeds deeper and deeper into your unconscious. Oh, little koala's eating out of my hand. Oh, it's taken them 14 months to do that. Oh, look, and they're fighters. God, they're fighters. They'll take on an entire table of parrots and shoot them all off. They're amazing. Come on, little fella. You going to come and show the people? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. See, he's doing karate with a cockatoo that's twice his body weight. Little sweetie. This is the magic. This is magic. And this, again, just fits into the framework. I've put a lot of work into trying to get these little koalas to come to me. And it has taken 14 months. You gonna let me stroke you? Oh, he's let me stroke him. Oh, you're a honey. Oh. You sweet, sweet. Cockatoo's trying to bite me. Oh, giving him a chin rub. Grace comes out to play when I do these videos, eh? And this is grace in action. Look at this. Little koala, 14 months in the making. And it happened on this video. How special. Oh, sweet. Hey? Yeah. Whoa. I love it. Grace. And as you practice your presence and you abide and you deepen, grace comes out to play. And it just confirms it. Come on. Come on, little fella. Come on. Come on. Come up here. Come along here so I definitely know you're in the shot. Oh, he flew off. A little bit too much for you, mate. Eh? You've got to grow into it, eh? He's going to come back. Come on. Come on, little fella. Come on. You see him? I hope the camera's still capturing it. Magic. The effort to get to the abiding level of awakening, which is the aim of the Laws of Grace and the Correct Presence Practice course and the coaching and everything, it's so worth it. And then to deepen that so it's so stable in your life. Extremely rare on the planet at the moment. But we need you to come to this place instead of just getting stuck in your head and thinking I'm there now. Because there's more. A lot more. Number 7, it never stops, and it's always the same structure. So I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com. Make contact if you want coaching. Check out the courses. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're gonna come direct, sweet, eh? Now that would be magical to finish it off, wouldn't it? Eh? He's got his little crest up. Come on, sweet. Come on. Come on, you gonna come across? You're a biter. Here he is. Come on. Come on. Come on, you shoo this nasty cockatoo off. Come on. He's back. See how flitty he is? Very timid. Yeah. He just did his little cresty. Come on, sweet. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on, darling. Notice how I'm talking to it? Pillar number 5, unconscious mind. Do you speak to yourself that way? Come on, sweet. Come on, doll. Come on. Oh, skittish. It is getting dark and they get a lot more timid when it's dark. He just bit his tail, the cockatoo. The corraller bit the cockatoo's tail. Come on. Oop. Yeah, you show him. Come on. Come and get your seed. Come on. Come on, little fella. Come on. What step of the 3, what step of the presence practice are you at? In the videos and the courses, I'm prompting you non-stop to develop the habit. That's why they're the paid courses. Come on. Come, sweet. Hey? Or are you going to go home and roost? Hey?